In a world woven from myth and whispered legends, there lived a dragon named Ignis, unlike his brethren, whose scales shimmered with the heat of 1,000 suns and whose roars could shatter mountains. Ignis was different. He was born from the heart of a dormant volcano, not a fiery, raging one. His scales were the color of twilight, a deep, cool indigo, and his fire, when he rarely chose to use it, burned with a soft, ethereal blue flame that gave warmth, not destruction. From the moment he hatched, the elders of his kind saw him as an anomaly, a glitch in the grand fiery design of dragonkind. The prophecies foretold of a great dragon who would rise to consume the world in a cleansing fire, purging it of the lesser races, humans, elves, and dwarves, to make way for a new age of dragons. All eyes were on Ignis, for his birth coincided with the celestial alignment mentioned in the ancient texts. He was supposed to be the harbinger of this great inferno. But Ignis had no desire to burn anything. He would spend his days soaring high above the clouds, not to scout for cities to raise, but to watch the intricate dance of life below. He saw the humans building their bustling towns, their laughter echoing in the marketplaces. He watched the elves weave magic into the ancient forests, their songs carrying on the wind. He observed the dwarves delve deep into the earth, crafting wonders from stone and metal. He saw art, he saw love, he saw struggle and triumph. How could he possibly want to destroy something so beautifully complex? His refusal was met with scorn and outrage. "You are a disgrace to our name." His older brother, Perellus, would roar, his voice like crackling embers. "Our destiny is to rule over ashes, not to admire the weeds that grow in the dirt." The elders pressured him, shamed him, and tried to force the destructive fire from his core. They showed him visions of past dragon glories, of worlds turned to cinder, but Ignis only saw tragedy. One day, a human child, a young girl named Elara, who had strayed from her village, stumbled upon Ignis's hidden lair. She wasn't filled with terror, but with wide-eyed wonder. She saw not a monster of destruction, but a magnificent, sad-eyed creature. She offered him a simple wildflower, its petals a vibrant yellow against his deep blue scales. In that small, simple gesture, Ignis felt a connection stronger than any bond of fire or blood he shared with his own kind. This friendship became his secret strength. Through Elara, he learned more about the world he was meant to destroy. He learned about stories, about dreams, about the simple joy of a shared meal. He realized that true power wasn't in the ability to destroy, but in the choice to protect. The day of the prophecy finally arrived. The skies turned a blood red, and the earth trembled. The dragons gathered, their roars a symphony of impending doom, urging Ignis to fulfill his destiny. Perellus landed before him, his golden scales glowing with malevolent heat. "The time is now, brother. Unleash the fire, burn it all." Ignis looked towards the horizon, where he could see Elara's village, a tiny beacon of light. He then looked at his expectant, furious kin. He took a deep breath, not of air, but of the ancient magic that resided within him. He rose to his full, magnificent height, his twilight scales seeming to absorb the angry red light of the sky. But when he opened his jaws, it was not a torrent of world-ending flame that emerged. Instead, a wave of cool blue energy washed over the land. It didn't burn, it healed. The ground ceased its trembling. The blighted trees in the dragon's territory sprouted new leaves. The very air felt cleansed, revitalized. He had unleashed his power, but not to destroy. He had used it to shield the world, to reinforce its life force against the destructive rage of his own kind. The other dragons stared in stunned silence, their own fires seeming to dim in the face of his powerful, life-giving magic. Ignis had refused his foretold destiny and, in doing so, had forged a new one. He was not the dragon who burned the world. He was the dragon who chose to save it. He proved that one's nature is not defined by birth or prophecy, but by the choices one makes. Thank you so much for watching this story unfold. If you enjoyed this tale of a different kind of dragon, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories that challenge the myths we think we know. See you next time.